Good morning, everyone. It's me again, Mrs. Collymore, and today we're going to focus a bit on suffixes. So, on the last session, we did prefixes, which we said prefixes were adding letters to the front of our root word, which normally changes its meaning. Today, we'll be looking at suffixes, and it's quite the opposite if you want to look at that way, because prefixes are a group of letters that are placed in front of the word. However, suffixes, group of letters, is placed at the end of the word. Alright, so let's look at it. Let's look at the instructions. As we said, we always read the instructions first. Select the correct suffix and complete the sentence. After I clean the kitchen, it will be spot something. Spotless. So after I clean the kitchen, it will be spotless. 'Cause I'm cleaning the kitchen and I know for sure I'm going to clean it really well and it's going to be spotless. It's going to be clean. If you hear that clean as a whistle, it will be clean. So it could be spotless. Now remember, I said when we're doing we write properly, and then of course our answers we are going to underline the answer. So moving right along to the next question. Tafari was fear something of feeling his test. Hmm. Tafari was fear something of failing his test. Was he fearful or he was fearless? He had no fear in failing that test. Was he fearful or was he fearless? So he was a bit fearful. He had this fear that if you do the exam, if you do the test, he's gonna feel it. So Tafari was fearful of feeling the test. Now, fearful of feeling the test. Now, let us don't be fearful when we are doing our test or preparing for a test, because once we put in the work, we know it's going to be okay, right? So now let Miss Collymore fix this part of that. Just 1 second there. So we have fearful of failing the test. Alright? Now, let me tell you something, tell you a little secret with this, right? I'm going to tell you a little secret. Do you want to hear the secret? Well, I hope you want to hear the secret. So now, I'm going to take my time, so we're going to get it nice and easy. Now, remember we are seeing fill here, and when I started putting this full, you see that there were, sorry, F-U-L-L, right? Um, now, we would spell the word fearful as in one L, Fearful. And that is because we have the suffix full. And we said suffixes, or a suffix is a word that we put at the end of the word. Now, when we're using the word full, what we do is that we always drop one L. So we won't have two L's. Once we're using the suffix full, we add it to the end of the word, that suffix. It means that we are going to drop one L. So it will be Fearful. Do you understand that? And that is one of the rules that we need to remember. When we're adding full, suffix full, it's added to the base of the word, we are always going to drop the second L. Okay? So this will be the correct spelling of the word fearful. Let's go. Next question. So we have few. Few something than 5 children live in our apartment building. I'll read it again. Few something than 5 children live in our apartment building. We have ER, and we have full FUL. So this full was a little trick, right? But remember that rule we said. Once we adding the suffix full to the end of a word, we are always going to drop that second L. So we have few, few full, fewer. So we're talking about five, fewer, right? So it's fewer than. So we have FEWER. So we put the ER, my R. I'm gonna underline this because we know it's okay. So we have. Let me take up our second one. So we have, and then we're gonna underline. Did I put something there? Let's think about it. So we have FEWER. So we have fewer than 5 children live in our apartment building. And that's correct. So today we spoke about suffixes, and we said suffixes are group of words that we put to the end of the word. So it's like the opposite of prefix. Suffix is to the end, prefix is to the front. A group of letters that we put to the front of the word, which normally changes our meaning for prefix, and suffix we put at the end of the word. Okay. Hi guys, thank you so very much. And don't forget what a suffix is, right? Bye.